Up next is Jared in Baltimore. Hey, Jared. Welcome to the show.
Hey, George. Hey, Rachel. I am a giant fan of the show. I've been watching every day. You guys definitely set me up for my financial life. I actually started taking the course in high school, and so I'm 25 now.
Wow.
Yes. So I wanted to ask a question that I think I didn't really see a good answer on. So I'm looking to upgrade my car. I have a 2006 Toyota Corolla.
That's what's up.
And it's still kicking, but it's got 150,000 miles, and
that's it.
I'm looking toward the future.
George, stop.
That's
Jared
low
needs
for
a new
Corolla.
car. If he's been doing this since he was in high school, he's going to be fine.
I was impressed because it's an 06. It should have more miles than that. So that's pretty good.
Oh, you're saying for the year.
Okay, Jared. Well, way to go, man. At 25, driving an 06, that takes a lot of swallowing your pride.
That's when George and I graduated high school.
06?
Oh my God.
I was 07. You got a year on me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
We're young. We're the young crew.
Jared, you've been following this stuff since high school, and so hopefully you have no debt and an emergency fund.
Absolutely, yeah.
Love it.
And I make about $80,000 a year.
Love it.
And I have about 40 saved. And my question is, like, I know I've heard Dave. You know, he tells us to not purchase a car more than half of our annual income, but it still just feels like a lot spending 40. So I was looking at the market, and especially right now, like used cars are so crazy. I know it's going down, but like what would be a number that you guys would see, just given my income and how much I have saved and no debt? How much would you guys feel safe?
I mean, you're right on with your parameters there. But again, $40,000 when you've been driving an 06 Corolla, you feel like you're going to buy a Maserati. So do you have a car in mind?
Yeah.
I would more focus on what's the car that I would like to buy, and then what year, make, model, mileage am I looking at to get it within a decent parameter. So that's how we look at this, is just those ratios. We just don't want too much of your world tied up in a car.
Yeah, because it's $40,000 include your emergency fund, Jared? Like, is all of that, or is this just for a car specifically?
Oh no, this is just for a car. Like,
That's
I've
amazing.
just been saving.
And do you have any other upcoming goals? Are you in a house? Are you wanting to put a down payment?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, that was the other thing that was floating around in my head, was like settling down and getting into a house. But I mean, I'm kind of in a situation right now where I'm dating somebody and we're getting pretty close to marriage, and so like I don't know if I want to settle down for a house just yet.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you don't need to buy a house right now. But the question is, how much of that could be used towards a down payment?
In 12 months.
12 to 18 to 2 years from now, when you have $20,000 sitting there and you bought a $20,000 car.
Exactly, yeah, and that's kind of the idea I've been throwing around. You're probably gonna laugh, but the car I want is just another Corolla, just a newer one.
Yes.
Great. You don't laugh at that.
That was my goal.
Toyota has my heart. I love Toyota.
I was driving a Honda Civic, and my dream was a Honda Accord. That was me really dreaming big.
I think it's great.
And that's a great car.
Okay,
so have you seen what those cost?
Yeah, so I wanted the new crossover that they made, and I think they start at around 30 for brand new. But obviously, like, I could get I think they're pretty new. So I mean, I think the oldest I could get is like a 2-year-old used one. And I think those run between 30 and 35. But like I said, you know, the used car market's kind of crazy. But would you guys recommend spending less, like you said, and saving some of it?
It just depends on how. So if you have no current plans to get into that house, and obviously you have that savings muscle built up. So when it comes time for you to get that down payment, I think you're going to do it really quickly. And so I'm not as worried about that. I think a $30,000 car is reasonable for how hard you've worked and how diligent you've been. So what I don't want you to do is feel guilty after you buy it and have, buyer's remorse, because you've earned this, man. You're doing it the right way. So I would make that your goal.
Yeah.
Say, hey, can I get it for 30 instead of 35? Let me try to really do my research, do my due diligence, and find that quote deal. And of course, make sure you get a pre-purchase inspection, and don't fall for any of their warranties and fees, and all these things are adding on.
Yeah, because the hard thing is, even if the brand new one's 30, so much of the markup right now still within dealerships is still insane. So, finding something that is reasonable, probably used. How much do you think you can get for your current car?
Yeah, I thought about that too. I mean, it's in pretty good shape. I looked at the Kelly Blue Book. I mean, I think it's like around 6,000. So I could end up
which is awesome.
selling that too.
Yeah.
Which makes you're going to be spending, 24 to 28 on this thing out of pocket.
Yeah, true.
So that'll make you feel a little bit better about it, but I would not feel guilty. You're still going to have money left over for a down payment that you can then stack on top of that. You've done this thing so well, man. You're just like the poster child of
I
what it
know.
looks like to follow these steps early.
Well done, Jared. Some people take the high school class and they just laugh at us, make fun of us, don't listen,
Oh, yeah.
go rack
High
up a bunch of
schoolers.
debt, and you, Jared, you listened. And now you get to go buy
You reap the
a
benefits.
new car because you have no debt, you have a fully funded emergency fund, and you are just killing it. It's awesome.